Hello beautiful, Beats by Aisha here and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back, and if you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all of my videos. Today's video is going to be one of my go-to looks that I absolutely love, with this white wing half wing liner, and if you want to see how I did it, just keep on watching. Now I already did my brows. If you want to see a tutorial on that, I will link it below. I'm moving on to my face and I'm moisturizing it with Beauty Drops moisturizer with vitamin E, and I'm just rubbing that all in. Next up, I am priming my face with Nivea's Post Shave Balm for sensitive skin, and I'm rubbing that all in. And I want this to be a tacky consistency on my face so that the makeup really adheres to it, so I'm just kind of waving my face to hurry up and get it to that point. Moving on to LA Girl Pro Orange Corrector, and I'm just adding that to all of the dark spots on my face to make sure that everything is nice and even before I apply my foundation. Next up, foundation. That's going to be Maybelline Fit Me in shade 355, and I'm adding that all over my face and blending that in with a beauty blender. Make sure that my foundation does not move. I am setting my entire face with CoverGirl's translucent powder in the shade medium, and I'm just setting it all over. Now to highlight, I'm using LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Fawn, and I am adding that under my eyes, the bridge and tip of my nose, my forehead, the corners of my lips, and my chin, and just blending that out. Now for an extra step of highlight, LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Warm Sand. It's a bit lighter than the concealer that I normally use, and it has a bit of a pink undertone, so I'm just trying this out to see if I like it. Alright, now that that's blended in, I'm going to be using Real Colors Illuminating Bronzer, shade Pool Boy. I'm setting it all over my face using these pressure movements under the areas that I concealed, as I would normally add the Ben Nye banana powder. To add back the warmth to my face, I'm using Absolute's Pro Bronzer in the shade Medium, and I'm putting that in all the areas that I did not conceal. To contour, I am using Kisses Pressed Powder in Maple Sugar, and I'm focusing this on the hollows of my cheeks and under my jawline. And I'm just tapping my brush into that pressed powder to contour my nose, and I am just at the bridge of my nose and taking that product and blending it out from there. And I'm just taking what's left in the brush and I'm dragging that up to right under my brow bone, right at the beginning of my brow, the hollows of my brow basically, to contour it a little bit before I add any shadow. Now starting with my transition, I am using from this Professional Shimmer palette, this pinky tone that has a shimmer in it, as well as this lavender shimmer, and I'm dipping it in both those tones and taking that color and focusing it on the crease. For a base for my next shadow, I'm going to be using this eyeshadow contour palette I got from eBay. It does not have a name. Starting with the tail end of my lid, I'm going to be dipping my brush into both these colors from this LA Colors palette, this light brown and this very dark brown, and I'm focusing that on the end of my lid and just blending that out. I forgot to add powder under my eye to catch any sort of fallout, so I'm going to add that now before it falls out and ruins my makeup. Done. And I am just blending the rest of that out there. For the middle of my lid, I'm going to be using this Princess H Shadow Compact, and I'm using the brown tone there. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, which is so pretty, and it glides on so effortlessly. It's like kind of creamy. Now that I've got that blended in, I'm going to go back in with the transition shades I used and focus that on the inner corner of my eye and sweep that up my lid just to blend it in, as well as up toward my brow. Over top that inner corner color, I'm going to spray my brush with L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray and dip it into Anastasia Beverly Hills Dripping in Gold and add that to my inner corner. I want to deepen the color of the tail end of my shadow, so I'm going to dip my brush back into that darker shade of the LA Colors matte palette and just smoke that out a little bit more. Using a clean blending brush, I'm going to dip my brush back into that same palette, but I'm using the tan kind of pinkish tone color, and I'm focusing that under my brow bone to make sure everything is blended. For the arch of my brow, I'm going to dip my brush into Dripping in Gold, Anastasia Beverly Hills, and blend that out. I'm sweeping away the excess powder. I applied my lashes off camera, and these are Kara number 38. And now I'm using Wet n Wild white liner, and I am filling in my entire waterline and dragging that out to a half wing. Now that the glue is almost dry on my lashes, I'm going to be applying Benefits They're Real Mascara. I love this formula, I always say it. And using it on my top lashes to blend them with my false lashes, and also using them on my bottom lashes. I'm dusting my Cupid's bow with Anastasia Beverly Hills Dripping in Gold, and then moving on to a lip liner, and this is a chestnut lip liner. To fill in my lips, I'm using Ruby Kisses lip lacquer in the color Cream, and I'm just filling my lips in with it. So I'm not really feeling that much. No, so I am going to add ColourPop's Deeper over top of that. And I'm still not feeling it, so I'm going to go in to create kind of like a halo ombre with ColourPop's Avenue, and I'm not feeling that either. I wiped it all off and decided on ColorMate's lip gloss in Delectable. And then I'm going around the rim of my lips with Wet n Wild's Mega Slicks Clear Lip Gloss. And that's the finished look. I struggle with the lip. I enjoyed making this video, and I do love the way the look came out. If you did too, please do comment, subscribe, share if you like, and give it a big old thumbs up. And remember that no one loves you the way you love you, so love you right. And since you're here, go ahead and check out some of my other videos. I will have them linked below. And until the next one, thank you so much for watching. Bye.